EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. And off we go from Las Vegas. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
To throw, Mayfield. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
A gain of 3, second down. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Mayfield to throw it this time. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. In motion, Hill. Mayfield to throw it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll run. Achane. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in Vegas. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Raiders at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Here's third and a few inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Bonner. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter. Back to throw now on first down. And caught it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Second down and 8. Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A run straight ahead with Achane. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Mayfield now. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
We're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. His throw, a good one, and it's caught. Jalen Waddle. Moving inside the 20. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Raiders 0. Joey Slye is set to kick off.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Back to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Slye is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 29, here's second down and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Raiders have got him. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw, Mayfield. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
21, Raiders 10.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. And they'll give this to Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his second rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's good for Las Vegas.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 30.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Short throw caught by Bowers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 and 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Achane gets it from the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here is 3rd and 5. Throw caught by Achane.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. That's to Bowers once again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll finding Thornton over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased down, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hill going to go in motion right. Mayfield looks to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. Powers ahead at the 45. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
In motion, Hill. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here comes 2nd down. And again, it's Mayfield. This one into the hands of Pitts. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 41 yards. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Thornton.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now on second down.
And 3 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as to understand where they are on the field?
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now they'll change things up. Back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score when time remains.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Palmer.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's first down. Here's Baker. He's got it complete to Waddle. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10. Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. That'll be caught by Hill. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mayfield toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mayfield to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Mayfield. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this